Hello everyone, this is Steve from NiFamilyLights at facebook.com/NiFamilyLights. I've been asked on the forums, on the X-Lights forums, for a tour, a walkthrough, and I've benefited from watching many other people's homes and their walkthroughs. This is my first year doing pixels. I've done other animated light shows in the past, but I did study for about a year or so of other people's videos, read a lot of material. There's a lot of other walkthroughs out there. I'd recommend you check them out as well. So what I'll do right now is a kind of an introductory walkthrough of the lights here before I start breaking down for the season. So this house here has just under 8,000 lights, mostly broken down to different groups. There are arches, mini trees, the Megatree with a star, snowflakes on the house, the garage, roof outlines and house outlines, and swags. Oh, and the last group would be the windows. And of course the spiral trees that I converted that are right in the middle there. So before I kind of walk around, most of these items designed using Boscoyo Studios materials, and such as these arches here. The mini trees are modeled after theirs, but I wanted them to be a little bit different, so they're custom cut to have a different shape on the left and the right sides. The panels on the porches are Boscoyo, the snowflakes are Boscoyo, so many thanks to them. Also, go to xlights.org and check out the videos that are there, and also the Facebook page, the official X-Lights group on Facebook. Lots of great people there, a lot of good information. Alright, the last thing I wanted to add is, as far as supplies, Falcon controllers have been highly recommended, and as I was looking, I ended up purchasing a single Falcon F16V3, which came out in 2017. Also got a differential expansion board with 4 receiver boards. Those receiver boards are placed out in the yard, and I'll show you where those are. And that system can handle up to 16,000 pixels. And this show has 8,000, so there's plenty of room to grow. But I'm running everything off of that one main board, which is up there on the roof. I'll do a separate video later on the build of that box. There's a receiver board and some power supplies there. There are 2 receiver boards, power supplies there for the Megatree, and there is a receiver board and power supplies for the mini trees and the arches in that box there. Alright, so I'll do a quick walkthrough. All of these pixels are either bullet or square nodes. They're all 12 volts. So here is the first controller in the yard here. I think it's still running. Yep. So I have a differential receiver board here and a power distro board here. 2 power supplies in this one CG1500 enclosure. All that is coming out. You can see I've got the network cable coming in and all the outputs. I personally mark these with printout labels, and I put the red for the power injection. I'm using connectors and extension cables here. Some of these are standard connection and T connectors. Some of them I've handmade. Out in the yard here they're all standard, and then in other props around the house they're custom made. So for the arches, I have an output going out. It hits the first arch, 1, 2, I believe 3. There's a power injection, 4, 5, 6, power injection, 7, 8. And all the mini trees are kind of handled the same. I do 1, 2, power injection, 3, 4, power injection, 5, 6 on one differential receiver output. And then for the other 6, 1, 2, power injection, 3, 4, power injection, 5, 6, something like that. Alright, we'll come over here to the Megatree. So I'm using the Boscoyo Studios strips. You can see the pixels are mounted here. I'm using the square nodes. This tree is using 2 10-foot long black pipe stuck together using the Christmas light. Let me see if I get that right. ChristmasLightShow.com Megatree kit. The radius of the base here, I believe, is about 6.5 feet. And I'm using ChristmasLightShow.com's Megatree anchors to hold the PVC ring that's running around here. So right now I'm just kind of holding these on there. They can slide around a bit. The wind caused a little bit of problems. I might end up putting screws here next year, but it wasn't a big deal to come out here and adjust it after a major wind. But kind of doing it this way gives me a lot of flexibility with placement, sliding around, and then tension to get them all the way up there. This tree is also using the ChristmasLightShow.com. There's a hook head and a pulley system that with these guy wires, and it has the pole pin that goes in the middle there, and on the base it's a custom piece here that came with the kit. Also a winch here that I can raise and lower all the lights. The star at the top is Bosco Studios 6 concentric star 270 node pixels. It's fantastic. It's made out of 10mm Coro. That stays up all the time. So I'll show you what this box looks like. It's got 2 of the Falcon receiver boards. And as I mentioned, I'll do another video on the build of this box, which kind of follows in the design of 2 other people's boxes as well. There's 4 350 watt power supplies in there. Running the show at 30% brightness, I'm really not pulling much power off these guys, but they've been rock solid. These are the Chinese knockoff power supplies. They're pretty inexpensive and they've done very well. You see there's 2 differential receiver boards and 2 more power distros. And the way this works is it runs out to the first strand, it goes up 85, down 85, power injected to the 3rd, up and down, power injected to the 5th, up and down, and at this point it breaks. This is the next output off of the differential receiver board. Up, down, power injection, up, down, power injection, up, down, power injection, break, and then all the way around. So there's 32 strands here, 85 up, 85 down. I did a little extra in between each of the 2 strands, and you'll see at the base I connected the 12 volt and the ground across each area. That way my power injection keys do isolate from one set to the next. Here. These are from DIY LED Express. So I am severing the 12 and ground, actually the 12 volt, the ground does continue between each power injection point, but from each 2 strands that are being powered, I went ahead and put this jumper in just to balance out the voltage across the way. Also found that it helped with the ground and the data integrity. So it would, I had a little flickering in the beginning, and I think it might be the cable that's here, but with 170 pixels, kind of doing this did the trick for me. And keeping the isolation on the 12 volt power injection was helpful for me, so if I had any problems, I knew exactly where to go on the boards. When we get here to the end, there's 2 that are on their own output. It gets power injected one more time, goes up the tree to the 270 node star at the top. Also up there is another power injection cable, so you see one of these is carrying data and power, the other one is just power running up to the top. Alright, let's see. Just kind of walking over here. See my windows. These are made out of Bosco Coro trim. And then these are the Bosco strips. These are all every 3 inches. It's kind of a cute setup here where I just have them nailed in, 1 nail in the top across those 2, and that's holding it onto these wooden shutters. Worked out pretty good for me. So you can see the back here. This thing is literally just hanging here, and it just sits back in there very nicely. Kind of got lucky with that design. As far as layout, I was asked on Facebook how these things are laid out. And X-Lights is a polyline. It starts here, it runs across, goes down, runs left, goes up, over here, and then down. And then to fill the middle, I come back down here, which actually comes here and across, and I go up, and then I I think that finishes it up. So I do have a bunch of solder points on this everywhere I jumped. So I went here, down, across. All of that was contiguous. When I got here, I cut the pixel wire, ran a wire down to here, and then ran up, and then I had to cut one more time to jump over that middle, and then run it up to the end. So what I also did was I put pigtails in the beginning and the end of every prop. So each of these windows are all exactly identical. I could put them anywhere in my display. I did the same thing for the snowflakes. Every snowflake has a input and an output, so these snowflakes can be anywhere on the house. And I did the same thing for the mini trees. These mini trees on the back here have an input, and always have a male on the input to make it easy to remember, and then a female for the output. Going to the next one. Same thing for the arches, input and output. These arches can sit anywhere in line. So here's the male. So here's the input for this first arch here. And here is the output for that arch. And all the arches are exactly identical. Okay, last thing I'll show, I converted these, a couple things here actually, spiral trees, converted these guys. You'll see at the end here, I start at the bottom, the male just rewound and zip tied these pieces on, get up to the top, soldered on a piece of wire right there, and it just wraps on its way back down, the pigtail down here for a standard connection to the next tree. So these three mini trees are all just in serial. This one first, this one second, this one third. And to balance out the power, let's see, did I do that here? No, I think I didn't do that on that one. Alright. Alright, let me show the snowflakes here. I should wrap up the review. So each of these snowflakes have a, it's kind of hard to see, but I mounted these snowflakes to the garage door, so that way I can open up the door, and you'll see that it's leaning forward just a slight bit. They're hanging from with a fishing line. The fishing line actually goes up and around and screws into PVC that's mounted just inside the top rail. I could, if I wanted to, also kind of attach that back. I used these sticky anchors to hold it in place, and you can see the wires loose here. The wire was very important in the beginning, hanging things up, but then once it was in its place, these little guys are holding them in. I got one there on the bottom, one over there as well. And again, these snowflakes, like all the other props, have an input and an output, so I can put them anywhere in the garage or anywhere in this display setup. Alright, that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me at facebook.com/NiFamilyLights. Thank you.